On this trip around the county, we take a look at the new furry helpers here at NHS, and a student with his own startup business. All this and more on this trip around the county.
And I'm Jack Gigani. On Around the County, we take you to places you may have never been and introduce you to people you may not know.
Go to college, get a degree, work a 9 to 5. This was an expected future one NHS student was looking at. But instead of following the traditional expectations, he took matters into his own hands and started his own business. Producers Mackenzie Vitale, Aaron McMahon, and Jack Gigante introduce us to the high school student who found a way to become his own boss.
From an early age, Michael Corlew has been a businessman. From doing the jobs no one wants to do, such as cleaning up after dogs, to now running a fully operational junk removal business. It all started during the end of his freshman year. Corlew met a guy named Josh on Facebook Messenger who gave him some advice on how to get involved in the waste hauling business. Little did Corlew know that this conversation would change his life forever.
I did not want to go work a normal job. I don't like following the rules. I like making the rules. I've always tried to find a way, especially at a younger age, to be competitive in the market without being 18. That's the hardest part. You don't have access to a lot of the resources that everybody older has.
Business teacher Rich Harden had Corlew in an accounting class, and because of that, Harden got to watch Corlew's business grow from the ground up.
I had Michael last year in accounting when he was trying to get it all started, so working out the money part of it is something sometimes that people don't think about. One thing they think about is money coming in, but there's money that goes out.
Making money is a huge part of running a business. For Corlew, it's something he pays close attention to, but it's not what he values at the end of the day.
The best part of what I do would definitely be meeting the customers. I get to meet so many cool people, and every once in a while you get to meet that one person for 10 minutes that just, they touch your life somehow.
The same goes for his friend and current co-worker, Austin Young. Young met Corlew in a science class this year. What originally started out as a partnership turned into a friendship.
It brings actually a lot of joy. It's exciting to be able to meet all these different people and see all these different life experiences that they deal with on a daily and help them out in some way.
For most kids, the search for a part-time job means turning in a resume and an application. But Corlew went in another direction. He turned his ambition into a job where he's in control.
Overall, being able to say when you want to work and how you want to do it is awesome. I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have to report back to anybody. I just get to run all by myself.
It's a job that requires a lot of time and energy, but for Young, having a friend by your side makes the work more enjoyable.
It's a lot more freeing, really. Like you can joke around a little bit at times and just have a good time, and you're working too. I mean, it's a bonus.
Corlew says the experience of running a business by himself has changed the way he thinks about getting involved in the service industry.
I've never been very good at school, especially math, but being able to learn from what you've done by failing. And I've failed in the business world. I've done things I should have done different, but you learn from it. And where I bunked heads with college, I just don't see how a professor who's never ran a business is going to help me when I have and learned the skills over time.
Another unique aspect of Corlew's operation is the dynamic between employees and owners in a student-run business. Young has noticed that his work would not be the same if he were in a normal 9-to-5 environment.
I think of it more as like it's like a partnership almost, really. I mean, he runs the business, yes, it's his business, and I help him with that, but he doesn't really treat me as much like an employee. It's more like a friendship within the business.
Corlew has enjoyed a host of benefits from running his company, and because of that, he's making sure his employees are also taken care of.
it's awesome because at the end of the day, I get a hand of somebody for helping me out, and being able to benefit him in a way so he can use that money for whatever he wants.
Hauling junk, donating it to local charitable places, and driving all over Noblesville can seem like an overwhelming day. Michael sees it from a much simpler perspective.
But overall, if anything, it's kind of like working out for 7 hours on a Saturday.
Corlew doesn't know how long the business will last, and he doesn't know where it will take him in the future, but he's ready for whatever is to come.
I guess we'll just see where it goes. I'm not the next 1-800-GOT-JUNK, but I think I can definitely get to the top in Hamilton County.
If you wander through Noblesville High School, maybe you've seen her, a furry friend roaming the halls. She's Evie Jane, the Golden Doodle, and Evie and her handler have quickly become favorites among students. Producers Mackenzie Vitale, Aaron McMahon, and Jack Giganti take us through a day in the life with the therapy dog, Evie Jane.
Man's best friend. Dogs have been around for thousands and thousands of years. They're pack animals, and they're loyal companions to their owners. And now you can find them strolling the halls of Noblesville High School. Jeannie Sullivan is a pet therapy handler volunteer. She's been in the program for almost 9 years, and to the students of Noblesville, her pup is an exciting new addition to the school.
Her name is Evie, or Evie Jane, and she's a Golden Doodle. She's 4 years old, and there's quite a bit of training that you go through, which requires 10 supervised visits, 1 a week for 10 weeks, after you've passed all the basic commands and good citizenship and that type of program. Then you apply for national certification.
If you haven't seen them yet, or if you have never had the pleasure of getting to pet her fluffy hair, Evie might be a mystery you've only heard rumors about. But every Wednesday, Jeannie and Evie have a routine.
So first thing we do is come in your office and say hello to all the office individuals, employees. We hit every office that we can, and we're given a list of teachers who have requested therapy work, and we go to the classrooms and visit as many as we can, and then we hit the hallways during the class change time.
Guidance counselor Brooke Brooks introduced Jeannie and Evie to the school through the Love on a Leash program. Brooks finds that dogs love to be a useful outlet for students.
I feel like they provide an outlet just to take a break and decompress a little bit. If people are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, need a break, there's lots of things going on in life, and sometimes we just need to pause to reset, and they offer that opportunity.
The benefits of therapy dogs isn't just confined to the counseling office. Jeannie has noticed a shift in the students' attitudes just when they see Evie in the hall.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's amazing, either calmness or joy, smiles. Just take a minute to get away from everything and feel good.
Brooks has worked with Love on a Leash before. She sees the benefits that therapy dogs can bring to a high school environment.
Therapy dogs provide just support and like a stress outlet for students and staff during their day. They just come and make visits. They can also be used during times of crisis if they need to, as a way to reduce stress.
Maddie Frost is a student who met Evie for the first time this year. She notices a shift when Evie walks into the room.
Well, yesterday was my first experience with them. Her name's Evie Jane. She's awesome. I'm really into dogs. I love dogs. It's my favorite animal. And she's kind of brightened my day because it was a rough week for everyone.
Brooks loves having Evie here. She believes that a strong connection with the dogs brings something special to the day for a student.
These dogs are amazing, in their training, and then that connection with their handler just is kind of feeds into the classroom visits.
Frost believes that having the therapy dogs here helps reduce stress for students. She feels a sense of relief when Evie's around.
Like, everyone has mental health issues, like I do. I know a lot of people are stressed, and they really help kind of brighten the mood and make it a more playful environment.
And not only students wish that Evie could be here every day, Jeannie feels the same.
I wish we could be here every day. I think it's incredible, and I think it would, yes, be very beneficial.
From first game to last game, from Little League to graduation, from a baseball cap to a graduation hat, Producers Andy Harmon and Zach Streisel introduce us to a coach and his son who are reaching the end of an era together on the diamond.
Justin Kiever is a math teacher at NHS and has been coaching the Noblesville baseball team for as long as he could remember. And for the past 4 years, he has had the opportunity to coach his son.
How long have you been coaching?
So, as a head coach here at Noblesville High School, this is my 19th year. Well, as long as I can remember. Dylan started playing ball around 6 or 7, so I coached him in the backyard with some of his youth teams, and then all the way through high school.
Since the age of 6, senior Dylan Kiever has known his baseball coach as something else, his dad, but that's about to change. Now the duo will go their separate ways once Dylan graduates.
He's a pretty good coach. I mean, he respects our opinion. He always listens to us. Like he knows that he doesn't have all the answers, so it's like nice to be able to be listened to. I think he's helped like everyone on the team grow. Yeah.
How have you seen him grow as a player?
I think I've seen more growth in him and his confidence in himself. The more he's starting to understand that the abilities that he has and confidence that he can carry those things out in big stages has been rewarding to see him grow. What thing is great is that the kids are really kind of the same in regards to they want to be coached, they want to have good relationships with their teammates, and they want to be challenged.
As years have gone by, Kiever has learned as a coach that he won't always know everything, and he's made it evident to his players that he knows that.
I think when I started coaching, and obviously my oldest too, is that you get to really understand what teenagers go through each day, and understanding that's more outside the game of baseball. And yes, I teach kids in the classroom, but I see them more in a professional setting, and then understanding them as things they go through each day and perspectives that they have, and definitely requires you to be a little more patient.
Definitely kind of that inside scoop, like understanding his thought process of everything.
Throughout his 19 years teaching and coaching here at Noblesville, Justin has learned a lot about the kids, the game, and his coaching style. He says the ability to mesh his skills together helps him to be the best coach he can be.
It's exactly the same. You have a set of principles and structures in place that they're non-negotiable, but every relationship's different, every situation is different, and that's what makes it fun. And then the more and more experiences that you have is the more opportunities there is to learn.
That's all for this episode of Around the County. I'm Elizabeth Myers.
And I'm Jack Jagani. Join us next time for another trip around the county.